Welcome back to the Silver Lining, where it's no filler, no fluff. We just keep it a buck. And today we are going to be reviewing the Fall Off by J. Cole. It's a big one, man. It's a big review we doing here. Um, so I got the crew with me in the building. Got Stan here. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? How's it going? Everything's good over here.
I know you ready for
Just
this
really excited to talk about this album from the moment it dropped
one. Yeah.
to, yeah, I'm just really excited to talk about it. So.
Yeah. I know you ready, man. And I got Kurt in the building. What's going on, brother?
What's good, man? Just want to send a happy belated Valentine's Day to all the people out there. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? You already know. Cole dropped a good one. Let's get to it.
All right, man. This album came out February the 6th, 2026. Um, Before this came out, he actually put a mixtape out, which was fire as well. So he really set the scene perfectly for this album. I know there was a lot of hype for it. People were saying this album was gonna is like Jay-Z dropping Reasonable Doubt last. This is supposed to be J. Cole's last album as well. So I'm going to start with Stan here. I think this is Stan's day, man, because Stan has held it down, man. Like, me and Kurt have been very critical of J. Cole. It's been
Yes.
some heated arguments about J. Cole. Stan
True.
has held it down. So I mean, this is your day, Stan. I'm gonna go to you first. As long as you want to go ahead and go, man. Let's go. Let's get it.
It's interesting that the stuff that's been talked about J. Cole has nothing to do with his catalog. And when it comes to rappers, judging rappers is based on catalog. I don't, this is where it's just the toxic nature of battling and dissing and all that bullshit came into play with him. It has nothing to do with his catalog. I judge people on catalog, not on who didn't participate in what clown show or who didn't participate in what battle or who gives a fuck. This is about catalog. This is about music. And in today's rap climate, there is very few artists. It's a lot of dudes that can rap. Very few artists. A lot of dudes running around claiming they can rap, rapping about nothing. This brother is one of the few artists that we have. An artist, somebody that takes pride in their craft. This nigga's been like this from the first time that I saw it. And the first time that I saw J. Cole, Reggie Knows, was opening up for Jay-Z in 2009.
Yep.
Jay-Z was on tour for the Blueprint 3 around 2009. He came through B-More. And he had a bunch of dudes opening for him. Wale, NERD,
Yep.
and Cole. It's the first time I had ever heard of Cole. Did not know anything about this nigga. Never heard of him. And he blew me away with his flow, his lyrics, his cadence, his confidence in his ability. Blew me away. Never heard the nigga. Never heard none of his mixtapes, nothing of that shit. So immediately I got into his mixtapes. Immediately got into him. His debut album was what it was. It was very much formatted for the times. But once he got away from all that stupid shit, he really started to blossom as a rapper. This album, The Fall Off, is basically the combination of all this stuff. The combination of everything that he's done over the years, building towards this, his magnum opus. This is what this is. The double album has a lot of significance in the hip hop community because every GOAT, every great has done it. Some to varying degrees of success. I will go to my grave saying that the greatest double album in rap history is Life After Death. There will be nothing that will come out that will change my mind on that. Nothing. There's nothing anyone can do that will change my mind. That was the greatest double album in the history of this culture. The Fall Off, when it comes to skips, has maybe the least skips of any double album next to Life After Death. I'm talking about you get a song come on and you like skip. I didn't do that with Falloff. Haven't done it since I've been listening. I've listened to it probably front to back, probably about 4 or 5 times now. It is that good. It is as good as you're going to get in today's rap. It's as good as it's going to get. It may be as good as it is going to get. He put everything
Like
into
for the
this
future
album.
going on, like you know what I'm saying? Right. Might be as good as you gonna get. Exactly.
It might be as good as you're going to get. Again, I don't know historically where it's going to fall because it's too early for that. The album just came out. So I can't sit here and tell you, oh, it's going to be remembered 20 years from now. I don't know. Music nowadays doesn't seem to have much of a lasting effect at all. But I think this album will have lasting effect. Whether it's his last album or not, I have no fucking idea. But what Cole did with this album is sensational. Top to bottom, start to finish, especially when you listen to it from the different perspectives of what he's trying to do with disc 1 and disc 2 being labeled 29, disc 29, disc 39. Realizing, listening to it based and thinking about it, okay, this is an album from his perspective of being 29 years old. And this is from his perspective of being 39 years old. When you listen to it from that knowledge, it's even better when you listen to it through those
more
lenses.
impactful.
Yeah, it's more impactful when you listen to it thinking this is from his perspective at this age. I mean, we're going to talk about songs and favorite songs and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite song because they're all fucking good. There's nothing garbage on here. No nonsense. No wasted motion. No wasted nothing. From start to finish. I mean, there's a couple of songs that are like, oh, that's okay. Oh, that was okay. But they're very few. And mostly they're on disc 39. Disc 29 is flawless. Start to finish is flawless. This 39, there are a couple songs you can say, that's okay. That was all right. That wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. I don't have to listen to it. But this 29 is as good as it gets. So I'm not going to go too long because, again, we want to talk about this album, get some thoughts on it. But I was thoroughly impressed, and that's something that doesn't happen with rap in this era. Why I'm thoroughly impressed by something. Because, like I said, a lot of dudes come out and they can rap and they put words together that don't make any fucking sense. From the start to finish, this album was something that he really put his heart and soul in. And if you look at Cole and the way Cole rolled out the album and the rollout that he's done afterwards with this nigga got into his car and he's been driving around the country selling his album out of his trunk.
Selling the CDs out the trunk of his car.
Now, I don't know what part of B-More he was in, but he was spotted in Baltimore a couple of days ago. Yeah. I don't know what part. He was asking some nigga about where to go. Nigga said copping. He was like, I don't want to go to colleges. So he probably was over west. Mm-hmm. I don't know what part, but he was in the city for a bit. But just him doing that stuff and riding around with fans listening to the album, that's something that nobody is doing. That's done. Nobody. He's a different cat, man. Again, I don't know. Again, we don't know him personally, but from people would tell you he's a different cat. He's really that kind of stuff you don't see people doing. People don't even do rollouts in general now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you rarely see rappers do any kind of rollout. Just here's the album.
Promote it on Twitter and Instagram. That's it.
Yeah. They might go in the Breakfast Club and coon around with Charlamagne, but that's about it. There isn't a whole lot of you don't see a lot of rollouts now. So he's actually done a rollout, videos. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, we're gonna talk about the songs in a bit, but this album is as good as it's been. I can't think of anything better from top to bottom. I can't think of an album better than this, top to bottom in the last 20 years. Wow. Maybe I would probably definitely say Good Kid, Mad City, obviously.
I had to think about that one, man.
Ain't too many. There are not too many records that
have come out. There's not too many, though. I will agree with that.
There have not been too many that have come out in the last 20 years. that's had this kind of impact on me personally
Mm-hmm.
than the Falloff. It's an exceptional record, top to bottom.
All right, Kurt.
J.Cole, man, double disc, right? Um, Lyrically, it's a monster. It's great music from, like Stan said, from top to bottom. Lyrically, it is amazing. Okay, J. Cole, like you gotta know, you gotta think about the audacity of a motherfucker to even try to make a double album. Okay, like just the fact that you would attempt to do that. You don't people gotta understand. I mean, we're rap fans, like real true hip hop fans, so we understand what goes into making a double album, bro. You gotta have a lot of music. You gotta have a lot of substance. This is something this is not an easy feat. Okay. Um, I will agree with Stan. I do think Life After Death is the greatest double album. But I think from a conceptual standpoint, this might get Life After Death. From a concept, just pure like the concepts being used. But overall, I would still go with Life After Death. I would rather listen to Life After Death than Fallout. But from a conceptual standpoint, this is the greatest double disc ever. Lyrically, from a like musical standpoint, okay? Because I wanted to be known that I respect what it is musically, but it's like 50% of the album, like maybe like 45 to 50% of the album got going to trash to me, dog. I'm sorry, bro.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like when I hear him say stuff like, you win or lose, you live to fight another day. So even if I take a loss, it'll be okay. Like where the fuck I'm sorry, bro. I'm with I cannot what we always said, all three of us said this together.
Yeah.
We cannot do no more Face of the Reaper. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear about how you body niggas. I don't want to hear about how niggas don't want it. I don't want to hear about how you the nicest. We all said that. Stick to the crooked smile. Stick to the power trip. Stick to the young Simba. Like Stan, you said like, and this is something I disagree with you, Stan. You said it's not about his catalog. It is about his catalog. Because his catalog, he been telling niggas he don't want it. And then he dissed the nigga and erased his catalog. Like, so it is about his catalog, dog. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, you can't be a boxer that get in the ring, and then when your opponent get in the ring, you walk out before the fight start, and then get at a press conference and say, I'm the best fighter in the world. No, you can't do that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, bro. Because the music itself is amazing. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. But I don't want to hear about how niggas don't want it with you now. That like you can no longer do that. And that's like 40 to 50%, 45 to 50% of this. Maybe a good, it's a great portion. It's a great portion. Like what I said, poor thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me win or lose, you still okay, nigga. When you wasn't willing to win or lose. Like, I don't want to hear that shit from him, dog. And it's too much of that. And he like sliding it in. Like, he'll give you some great music and great bars, and then slide that shit in there. And then come back out and continue. And then slide that shit. Like, because at first it didn't matter to me. I didn't care. But I've heard the album so much, like that I was sitting there playing the game and I was listening to it. And I was like, hold up. This nigga's talking shit again. And then another song come and he killing it. Then all of a sudden he slide that shit in. Bro, I'm sorry. Now, I'm not like Fat Joe. Like, I think what Fat Joe said was wrong and ignorant. I'm not about to just throw J. Cole away. But I'm not going to respect that shit, dog. I'm not. And I can't let it slide either. We all said there's no more Face of the Reaper. Why is it Face? But it is Face of the Reaper on this album, a bunch. About how niggas don't want to see him, niggas can't fuck with him. I done killed rappers, I done left rappers dead on their motherfucking tracks. Check my catalog, I killed niggas shit. Bro, you can't talk like that no more, bro. You can't. Now, however, like I said, the music itself, a lot of the bars I don't respect for him talking Face of the Reaper are amazing. I'm not saying that the bars are trash. I'm not saying that they're garbage. I'm not saying, but what I'm saying is I just can't respect that part. That that part of the album I can't no longer respect, dog. I can't. Like, you can't tell me these 2-6 niggas don't play, but then you come on, dog. You can't do this no more, J. Cole. And I don't think
Here's the thing. If that's how you feel, bro, then you probably should just stop listening to J. Cole then. Just stop. Just take the nigga out your playlist. If we're gonna do this dumb shit, then you might as well just take him right on out your playlist.
It's not dumb, though,
It is
Stan.
fucking stupid. It's fucking
not
stupid
dumb,
what you're
yo.
saying, bro.
It's not
really
dumb,
stupid.
yo. You can't call niggas out, run from it, and then call niggas out again. You can't do that. That is, one thing we've always done. The one thing you gotta do, one thing this culture has always done, and we have stopped getting back to, we need to get back to this shit. It's holding niggas accountable. We always held rappers accountable. We always have. I'm talking about the true hip hop fans. We always have. When a nigga had to rap about the streets and he wasn't really from the streets, we didn't respect it.
Okay, hold on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying is, you gotta hold this man accountable. I'm not saying J. Cole is trash. I'm not saying he garbage. But what I'm saying is, it's not dumb for me to hold a nigga accountable when you shitted on a nigga, apologize, and then shitted on a nigga. You told me that shit was toxic. You told us that I don't want that toxic energy. So why would you go out there and do the shit that would bring the toxic energy back to you?
Hold on.
Why? It makes no sense. If you telling me all that battle, this shit is toxic. All that shitting on nigga shit is toxic. All that going at nigga shit is toxic. That's why I apologize. So how can you come back on your album and go at niggas? How can you come back on your album and talk about how them same niggas you apologize to don't want it with you? I can't respect that, bro. And that's not stupid. That's not dumb. It's not, bro.
Hold on.
Yeah, they're really, dumb as shit right now. I'm sorry.
That's not dumb, bro. No, you gonna tell his excuse to the fans was, I don't want toxicity. But then you get on your next album, that was his excuse. I chose my peace. That was his excuse as an artist. I chose peace. But then you get right back on your next album and talk the shit that's gonna bring toxicity back to you. How is that stupid?
In what way did he do that?
So hold on. I'm wondering the same thing, Kurt. I'm confused because
I'm like, what the fuck is you even talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about,
bro. It's multiple songs. It's multiple songs where he 2-6. He talked about how niggas don't want it with him. Niggas can't fuck with him. Check my pen. Check all that. We're not doing that, Cole.
Bro, you got to come with some receipts though, because I don't know what bars you talking about. Like you're talking about the one song. What was it again? Poor Thing. When he said to win or lose, he's not talking about that. He's talking about, he said, don't pull out a pistol, run me to fade, come get your issue, no one gets sprayed. Win or lose, I live to fight another day, and if I take an L, won't feel no way. That's talking about don't pull a gun.
Got nothing to do with Kendrick and Drake.
I thought, I looked at that. Nothing to do with Kendrick and Drake. When you say that bar, I was seeing that bar from a lyrical standpoint, like he was talking to rappers.
But he says
he's rapping from his 29-year-old self when he was trying to come up still in the street.
Okay,
again,
you know what? Hold on. Okay, I respect that. You saying he's rapping from a part? Okay, I never thought of it like that though. Hold up, let's back it up. Listen, you know when a nigga write and a nigga say something good to me, I do respect it. If you're telling me he's rapping like 29-year-old J. Cole, I can kind of understand that, but it's like he even had a bar. I can't remember what song it on. He said, "I've been killed niggas on their own shit. Check my catalog."
I'd have to now. I'm not going to disagree with you completely because I'm not going to say there was no bars that made me think about it. It was, but I thought they were so few and far between. It didn't hurt.
Never thought about it one time. Listen to that,
bro. It's about hey, bro. One time. Listen, when I listen to the album, right? When I listened to the album, I was just listening to it while I was like playing the game. And it was like certain bars that was going over my head before it was hitting me. And J. Cole is a slick nigga. Like, you're going to hear a lot of J. Cole say a lot of shit, and it's going to go over your head. And then sometimes you'll go back and listen to it. And when I was listening to it, it's like, bro, what do you mean you killing niggas?
Okay.
Like on their own, like what do you mean? Like what do you mean by that. Like, what are we talking about?
Okay, hold on. Let's put a pin on that because we're 20 minutes in. I want to get to the music because I feel like
Yeah,
if we
none of
want
this
to
shit has
come back
anything to
to
do
this,
with the fucking album. None of
yeah,
this has anything to
if
do
we
with the
want to
fucking
double
album.
back to this, we can
It
double
does
back
have to
to
do
it.
with the album because
No,
he
it
said
don't.
it
No,
on
it
the
don't.
album.
No, it don't. No, it don't
Hold
got
on,
But he
nothing to
said it
do
on the
with the album.
album.
hold
But
on,
Stan,
fella.
he said it on the
Hold on,
album though. How can it
hold on,
have nothing to do with it when he said
hold on.
this on the album? It's not like he didn't say this on the album. He said it on the album.
Okay, hold on, Gert. Hold on. If you want to double back to this, we can double back to it. But I don't want to spend the
Okay.
whole show talking about that. I want to like get to the actual music, right?
I don't want to talk
So
about that shit at all, yo. Let's talk
I
about
mean,
the
if you want to
album.
double back to it, it's fine because he's saying it affects the way he viewed the music. So we can double back to it.
I mean,
But
but you have to though. You
But like
can't
I
let him
said,
slide
it's
for
we
it.
that.
can double back.
Okay,
We
okay,
can double
okay,
back.
okay,
We can double
okay,
back.
Yeah,
okay,
Okay. Let's
okay,
get to the let's
okay,
get to the damn music, bro. We 21
okay,
minutes
yeah,
in here. Let's get to the damn
yeah, yeah,
music.
yeah.
okay,
Um,
okay.
for me personally, man, I thought this album was outstanding. This was a different level of rapping. Something Stan said when he first started off, when he was talking about, a lot of rappers can just put words together and just kind of go whatever. J. Cole is elite at putting words together at a amazing level on a technical level, but at the same time, it does not affect the message. Like you look at the it's called the Falloff is Inevitable. The one that came out first with the when he told the story in reverse. He's
Yeah,
Yeah,
rapping that song with the
that's
same
amazing.
rhyme scheme all the way down and does not lose the concept at all. At no point do you feel like
exceptional.
the words was forced.
This is exceptional.
It's exceptional, bro. Like that is S tier writing. And I
He's
felt
an
like
S
there was
tier lyricist.
yes, I feel like there was S tier writing all throughout this album. And I agree with Stan, bro, when he talks about how he didn't have any real skips. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I ain't skipping nothing. Like, I'm being 100% honest with you, yo. I ain't skipping nothing. I pretty much liked everything that I heard. There are portions of the song that I might not care for that we can get to, but man, even songs where some of the hooks I didn't like, the bar work was so damn good, I can't turn the song off, yo. Like that's how good the
Yeah,
damn bar work is. I can't turn the song off. You know what I'm
I got,
saying?
I got to deduct a couple points from having Future featured twice on the album. You got to
But
deduct a couple.
but the Jermaine song, he said, yo, you're not fucking this song up by dropping a verse. Just say, fuck do you know about my pain? Fuck do you know
Yeah.
about Jermaine? And let it go.
You know what? I hated that hook
Yeah.
when I hated the hook when I first heard it, but it grew on me. It's the second list I actually care for. I actually like the hook, and I love the
Running
beat. And
Train
J.
is
Cole's rapping is
fantastic.
crazy,
Yeah, he
fantastic,
just yeah.
fantastic. All right,
He
Stan,
blacks out in a couple songs on there. He
he
just
does,
blacks out. Like
he does. All right, Stan, get to some of the songs that you just really stand out. I'm sure there's a lot of them. Let's get to some of the songs that really stand out for you.
man, Safety sounds like some '90s shit.
Yeah. Yes.
And again, what he's rapping about is just it's sensational. Again, based on thinking about the perspective that he's rapping from, 29 years old. Like I say, Run a Train is great. Again,
Yes.
Save the Future
Running
part.
Train.
Poor Thing is fantastic. Again,
Yeah.
it's just going through just the
Yeah.
but I would say the standout, the Alchemist track, Bus Road Blues is just
Excellent.
in terms of
Excellent.
just being just a fantastic fucking song. Top to bottom, Alchemist laced in a perfect beat. Nothing, not sounding like the shit that he normally does with the Griselda crew.
Yeah.
Shit sounded fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't care for the Usher flip. They kind of used the Usher flip to do. I didn't really care for that part, but I love the beat. I love the bars, and I love the how the song fades out with that I'm handcuffed, I'm roped in. Like I thought that was really the way that it just kind of fades the song.
Yeah.
Handcuffed, I'm roped in, the way that kind of faded. That was dope. I
Yeah.
love that song. Absolutely.
I'm saying, like, he's paying tribute to some of his favorite rappers throughout the album. If you notice it, you notice it.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
On Who the Fuck Is You, he starts rhyming on the second bar. He starts rhyming like a, young Slim Shady. And I caught it the minute he started doing it. I was like, oh, this nigga's rapping like Eminem, Not just Eminem, a particular Eminem, like Slim Shady version of Eminem, the early version of Eminem that you hear. His rhyme scheme is very much like that. You know, he's paying tribute to it, but I would say the highlight for me is What If. And I remember, and here's why. When we talked about this, when I talked to you about that song before I heard it, you know what I said? I said, I don't know about it. I've never heard it, but once I hear it, I'm not going to form an opinion about it until I hear it. I was not going to sit there and be like, "Oh shit, this nigga got Pac and Biggie apologizing to each other," because I knew that's where people were going to go.
Yeah,
I knew that's where people were going to go because that's just what some of these people are when it comes to Cole. With this nigga apologize to Kid. Listen to the song. Listen to the fucking song and listen to how he almost in an eerie way channels these niggas. I was like, this nigga. I was like, at one point, I'm like, is this nigga been possessed? Because when he gets on there and starts talking from Biggie's perspective, he starts rapping like Biggie, and it's a way that it just when he first started rapping like that, I was like, oh shit, because it's almost it was really like this nigga got possessed for a minute. And I understand from the perspective of speaking from different people's perspective, I understand it's touchy. It's touchy to rap from somebody else's perspective, especially people who aren't here with us anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But he just did it so creatively. And like I said, when he starts rapping his big, it's very eerie because he starts channeling him. His flow, his cadence. Biggie has one of the most distinct cadences and flows of any rapper you're going to hear. When you hear him, you know you hear him because he has that distinct cadence, that flow, that voice. Mm-hmm. A bit upset, like he starts saying that, like, oh god, man.
Yeah.
Started bubbling. I was like, oh my god, this nigga is possessed. Yeah. And then when he did Pac's verse, he started channeling Pac, and you started hearing that cadence. Pac, another one, very distinct cadence, very distinct rhyme style. Yeah. These two are the most distinct rappers you will ever hear in the history of this culture, in the history of this genre. Two of the most distinct voices, cadences, styles, and he started almost mimicking them in a way that it wasn't like he was doing a Biggie and Tupac impression. Because that's what was my fear, was that is this nigga going to do a Biggie and Tupac impression? Because that's not going to fly for me. But he didn't do that. It was just he was rapping from their perspective, but also channeling them almost in some weird spiritual thing. I don't know, but it was a song that I was fearing listening to, but when I heard it, I was like, you pulled it off. I don't know how, but you pulled it off.
Yeah.
And I can tell y'all got some different opinions, which is fine. And I understand the idea of speaking from people's perspectives who are no longer with us. I understand where it comes across where he's having them apologize to each other.
Yeah.
Again, based on all the other stuff that's happened.
Yeah, that's one thing I did have mixed feelings on those things. I had a little mixed feelings on that, even though it was great.
I did before it came out. Before I heard it, I had mixed feelings on it. I was like, dude, I don't know about this based on the fact that niggas can't let go of the fact that you apologize to Kendrick and Drake and all that bullshit. I don't know if this is a great idea.
Yeah, you can't say that Pac would apologize to Big and Big would. I think that's a little too far, dog. You can't.
Well, again, I don't know about that.
You know, hold on, Stan. Let Kurt go. Hold on, Stan. Let Kurt go. Go ahead, Kurt.
I was saying, like first of all, like I said, the album top to bottom lyrically is immaculate. Okay, but I just it's Game had a song years ago said "We'll Never Let You Go," and he was rapping like Eazy-E before he died, and he was rapping like Big on his and Pop on the nights that they died, right?
Yeah,
and
that was a dope song too. Yeah,
that was dope. But I think So like, but then you have like Drake with the AI that I just disqualified totally, right? Like, so when you get to speaking on behalf of other people, you have to be very careful, okay?
Yeah.
And for him to say for him to say that Pop and Big are sorry, like I don't know if he had like he didn't even know, like you
Yeah.
know what I mean. If it was somebody
I
that
agree.
knows both of them, you get one guy like because they say Snoop was actually cool with Big. Like Snoop know Big, he knew Pop. Like if it's somebody that was there that knew them, like Tretch from Naughty by Nature, he
Mhm.
was cool with Big and Pop. If Tretch knew in his heart that they was apologetic, then because he knew both of them, then he could be a guy. But I just the fact that he did, I'm not mad at the fact that he spoke vicariously, let them speak vicariously through him. I'm mad at where he took it. Because you can't say, yo, Big was sorry and Pop was sorry, and you didn't even know neither one of them niggas. Like, you
Yeah.
know, that's one, but that's a small, minute, like that's a small, minute. It's like a whole fucking ocean, and there's like a pebble. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's small, but at the same time, though, I just can't.
It's a
And then
razor
it's
thin
like, it kind
line.
of feel like I apologize. So
Yeah.
like,
That
but to
and
his
that
apology
yeah.
play
Yeah.
into him saying,
Yeah.
"What if Big and Pop was really sorry, nigga?" Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? It comes off as that a little bit.
I agree.
That's all.
I agree. That was my problem. And like from just like what he did, like it was very creative. It was very well done technically. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. That that
And
that
lyrically,
that is the one area where I did think about it because I'm like, nah, bro, like get out of it. Because to me, you're kind of trying to make a little parallel that says, what if, what if they apologize, they still be here, and you try to make a parallel like his apology was now worth it because like I just didn't care for that. I did not care for it at all. That's the one song that I just didn't care for. And like Kurt said, like you're not the guy that even should be even making this record.
speaking
So
on that, yeah.
so while it
It
was
was a
Even then, with
while
that
razor.
being said, Reg,
Yeah.
that shit still was lyrical mastery. It's
it was,
still lyrical
It
it
was
was,
a
mastery, though.
razor
it was,
thin line that he was bouncing on with that.
yeah,
Basically, yeah.
And you
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like it was a really razor thin line, which again, I can respect people who are gonna say,
yeah,
I'm not feeling that. But
nah,
for me, just for me personally,
Uh,
I thought it was very well done. I thought it was masterful how he was able to and again, I think that I think he was using these two in a way to talk about people who have fallouts of others
yeah,
and being bigger men as you get older. And
hmm
those two never got a chance to get older to
And
have that
become bigger
perspective
men.
and become bigger men. I
yeah,
think there's a bigger meaning behind the song than just he just used Pocket Biggie as an example. But I
Yeah, but
understand.
he shouldn't apologize though. He shouldn't have made them feel apologetic. If he was
I
saying
get that.
they should have had the ability to grow older and become the bigger man, like you said, if that's where
Yeah,
he's going with it, that's cool. But to actually speak for them, I can't do
yeah.
that.
I
That's kind of
understand
where I'm
that.
at.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to argue. I'm not going to argue with y'all about that because I can understand that.
And
All right.
then he did something. J. Cole did something for me, bro, that no rapper has ever did to this degree. This close. This nigga hit so close to home for me, bro. It's hard for me to listen to the song, dog. Like I had someone that was close to me that came up with this, but that person was homosexual. And he had a verse. I can't remember if it's legacies or
No, it's
safety
safety,
about
safety.
about
That was one.
about
Yeah.
a friend of his that they alienated because now I don't agree with homosexuality. I'm a straight man. I'm a heterosexual person. But when he was talking about what that person went through and how they treated that person and what that person eventually did to herself, that shit hit me so hard, bro. Like that shit
Mm,
hit me so hard because I had someone that was like close to in my family that we treated like that because they were
right.
different, because they chose different. And I ain't saying you gotta like hang with homosexuals or you gotta like be best friends with the LGBTQ, but there is a certain level of humanity and respect that we should have for our fellow man, regardless of their lifestyle. And the way we treated this person led to this person harming himself. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying? And so when he dropped
yeah.
that shit hit me hard. Like I see this man's mother often, a lot. I see his mother often, you know? And it's like, damn, when I heard that song, bro, I was like I don't agree with a lifestyle, but I don't agree with pimping. I don't agree with hoeing. I don't agree with drug dealing. I don't agree with a lot of shit. That don't mean I should hate everybody that I disagree with their lifestyle, right? But as a youth and a child and an immature young man, I didn't see the world the same way I do now. You know, and
Right.
when he dropped that verse
Yep.
about that homosexual man and
Yep.
what they did to him, alienated him and all that, calling him dick in the booty ass nigga. Like we really said that type of stuff to him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like so like I ain't never have a rapper hit that close to home for me. Like
Yeah.
that close to home. Like that was really close to home. Like I could see that shit in my life, you know? And him saying, like, damn, I wouldn't have did that. He's basically saying this is what we did, but we shouldn't have treated him like that. Basically. Because he was home, he should have been the song is called Safety. You feel what I'm saying? Which is
Yeah.
probably my favorite song on there because of that. Um J. Cole,
Yeah.
man, like you know, like I say, it's a couple it's some bars in there that I just like you shouldn't be doing that shit. But top to bottom, bro, he did a great job. I like let me get to it. I can't remember the second song on 39. The fall off is inevitable.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
yo,
one of the
come
best songs
on,
I've
dog.
heard.
That song, like, cause when you hear the 39 intro or you hear the 39 intro come on, it's like, okay. And then that hits. Bro, oh my God. Like, yo, it is some great, it is some elite lyricism going on in this entire album. I think, like I said, Stan, I do believe that Life After Death is the best double disc. But from a conceptual, bro, it is 35 songs of just elite concepts. Old dog, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is you? Like,
Yeah.
bro, it is so much shit on this album that's
Yeah.
just like it's
Let me
hard to
get in.
bring a favorite.
Yeah, let me get in here. That who the fuck is you, man? Like, flipping a Mob Deep drop a gem on him sample. That was when I first heard that come on, I was like, oh hell, here we go. And
You
man,
know
he
he about to murder it.
he smoked that. That dude say on Deuteronomy, ain't shit niggas can do but honor me. What I'm quoting is God sculpted, come view the pottery. I blaze by graveyards and desolate economies, full of thug bones, refusing to move in harmony. Drug trafficking, slugs blasting, we move accordingly. And run faster than blood travels through human arteries. We know exactly what it means when niggas show 9s, 22s, and 4 or 5. We study in numerology. Stan.
Take me down, Lord.
It
Take
doesn't
me
get much better
down.
than that, man. That's all I can say. It don't get much better than this. No, just like
It don't. It don't.
and this is like it just don't get much better than this. Like if you're a fan of lyricists, they don't get much better than this record. Like from top to bottom, he's just doing stuff like that on every song. He's just doing stuff like that you don't even catch until later on. Like, oh shit, this nigga said Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like, I didn't even hear that part. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just him going. Like I said, the second verse, he's doing the Eminem thing, and it's like,
Yeah, I
again,
wish he didn't change the beat though. I hated. I didn't like the
yeah,
beat switch. I'm like, yo, you got it. Like, keep this going. Like, don't pass the ball, man. You got the hot hand. Like, don't change
yeah. I don't
that
know why
beat.
I changed the beat on it. I don't know why I did
Yeah,
that.
Well, but you know, I think I think that was like an artist. I think that was like a personal preference. He probably could get it off better to that beat. He could probably get the flow. He probably felt more comfortable getting the flow off to that beat, maybe. I don't know. I don't
nah,
but
that
I didn't
drop a
have a
gem on
problem
him,
with the
man.
beat
He was
switch though.
smoking that.
I didn't have it. I
Yeah,
like complexity in
yeah.
songs.
Nah, but he was smoking that drop a gem on him. You gotta let that ride. Keep going. Give me another minute. Keep going. He was smoking that. Um, can we talk about the let out? First time I heard the
Oh my
song,
goodness.
the first time I heard it, I was like, this is all right. This is all right. But I wasn't like listening. I was like, all right, this is all right. But then when I start listening, right? Did y'all catch that drum and bass, which is the song before that? The last part of drum and bass is a continuation to this song. Because the last verse of that, he sees a girl who I guess he saw back in the day, but now he's a star. Now he can get her. And so he's sitting there trying to spit game to her or whatever. And he's like, yeah, what's up? What's up? And it's a guy that's kind of hating, like, yo, what's up? He's like, I'll be with you in a second, homie. And then the next song, the let out, is he's still in that club and niggas are trying to kill him. Because the whole song's about being in the club and people are trying to kill him. So the let out is him when they let out of this club, dudes is coming at him. And so they're coming at him because they was hating because he was talking to the girl or whatever. So did y'all catch those songs connected?
I did not.
I did not, bro. You just fucked my head up.
Yeah, you just fucked me up, yo, because I didn't know that.
Now I gotta go back and listen to it.
I gotta go back from that perspective now.
Yeah, if you go back and listen to it, if you listen to drum and bass, like the last part of drum and bass, he's talking to a girl in the club. The let out is about being in the club and dudes are trying to get him. And so they're trying to get him because they hate he's talking to the girl. Yeah, but man, the concept was crazy. And the beat, that the let out might be my favorite beat on the album. Them guitars come in hard, man. Like that shit was great. Love the let out. Bombs in the Ville hit the gas. I wasn't feeling the first part of the song. I didn't like the first part at all. But then that second and third come in, bro. I swear to God, bro. They did the concept of the iPhone being able to travel back in time and talk to his younger self, bro. That's some Lupe shit, bro. Like, yo, this nigga got another concept, yo. What's happening? Concepts for days. It was great.
Hey, bro. Fantastic. I just thought about. You want to talk about concepts, bro? How about I Love Her Again?
Yes.
Come on, bro. Common told us I used to love her. He came back and said, I love her again, dog. Like, bro, come on, dog. Come on, bro. Like, that's how I'm saying. So when I hear shit, like, I'm getting that type of concept. So when I hear, like, this was corporate approved, I'm like, what are you talking about?
What song did you say?
And, like, I'm saying personally, like, I hear, like, when I say I'm saying he said that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm saying, like, it's a lot of filler, not filler, but it's a lot of just a lot of static, like between people that love J. Cole, like a guy like me and J. Cole. So anything that could seem as if he's doing that, and maybe he wasn't, bro. Like you just said, I took we can win or lose, and I lose another day. I took me personally, I took that as him talking about rap, you know, but that's just how I perceived it. You know what I'm saying? And like Stan just said, I didn't catch that either. Like, he really is talking like 29-year-old J. Cole. Like, you know, like, so a lot of it is how you perceive it. You know, when somebody says something correct to me, I take it into consideration. So maybe I do need to listen to certain things a little differently, and it might hit me differently now that y'all didn't put certain things in my mind. But when I heard I Love Her Again, I was like, yo, son, ain't nobody fucking with this nigga, yo. Ain't nobody fucking with this nigga, dog. Ain't nobody fucking with this nigga.
That song perfectly encases my relationship with hip hop now.
Yes.
It perfectly describes our relationship with hip hop at this stage of our lives and where we were at a different stage of our life with it and where we are now. And that song perfectly describes, I have a hard time describing my relationship with hip hop now because of how I feel about what I'm seeing. And when I see dumb stuff, I'm not gonna talk about that.
Stay on. Keep going.
Yeah, because but when I see dumb stuff,
you can have a whole show about the dumb shit, yo.
When I see dumb stuff of people doing covers of songs they shouldn't do, and I see people disrespecting the culture like that because they don't have any knowledge of it. And then you have this dude perfectly explaining where I am with hip hop now at 42 years old to where I was at 20. When I, where I was at 13 or 11 when I discovered the music. he perfectly breaks it down in that song. And taking Common's classic concept and continuing it is genius level. I don't know what else to say about this nigga at this point. It's just genius level stuff that he did on this.
Absolutely.
And again, I think it's one of those things, again, everything is not for everybody. So when you see videos of people saying, man, I don't understand, it used to bother me when like, you don't like this shit, man. Now I don't give a fuck what people like it. I don't get into all that because again, people are going to do what they're going to do, and again, making a video online saying that J.Cole garbage, that's going to get you a lot of attention because it's going to get you more attention than saying my album is masterful. Because especially what people saying, the album is masterful. It is from top to bottom as good as hip hop music has been for 20 years. And like I said, this dude's been building to his album from his first mixtape to now. He's building to this album. I don't know if he had the concept then about it. I know if he sat there in 2007. Yeah, my last album we called the Falloff. I don't know if that's what he had.
Did that, bro.
And I don't think he did. But this is what's been building from the first mixtape to come up to the Falloff.
Oh, you know what? He might have been planning this the whole time. He might not have planned the actual music, but he probably did plan that concept like 10 years ago.
He might have had the idea of my first mixtape was called The Come Up, and my last album was gonna be called The Falloff.
The Falloff.
Wow, that's
he
crazy.
Might did.
So
I can fully see him doing
that concept.
Yeah,
but I don't know how he was gonna. That's like I don't know how I'm gonna go about it. But I just know that my first album, my first mixtape was The Come Up, and my last album was going to be The Falloff.
Wow! Wow!
And he's been thinking about the off season. Again, he's been playing this shit the whole time. This is.
I think he has been, yo.
I think
you think of you say it like that.
Now that I think about it, I think that was the idea was it's gonna be my last album to come up. The Falloff's gonna be my last album.
What about the brilliance of the writing on Lonely at the Top? Because when you think about the concept of a Falloff, the way he weaves that together it's just exceptional because he says on the song that, about days where he feels unmotivated. So it's kind of like he's kind of hinting to the fact that his fall off is kind of starting, but he puts that in comparison to like being at when the little guys at the playground, all the bigger kids is doing the fun stuff, going up the slide the wrong way, hanging upside down from the monkey bars. You're like, damn, they look at them. They what I want to be. And then when you get there, they've already falling off. They're not at the playground anymore. They're doing other stuff. So now you're there where you wanted to be, but then the guys who you looked up to are not there, right? And then he weaves that with the idea of just falling off in general, and then he brings it all together at the end with the brilliance of I never understood the phrase "it's lonely at the top" until I scaled that mountain all the way until it stopped. And if you're ever blessed enough to make it to that spot, you'll see that the ones you looked up to unfortunately had to drop. Like, yo, like the way he brings all that shit together, yo, it's insane, yo. Like that is masterful writing. Like the way he weaves that whole thing together is just insane. He's in a class by himself, man. Like
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. This album. I feel like this album is not going to get the true respect that it deserves. Because, like, for people like me that just love lyricism, I can listen to this shit all day. Look, I say, yo, I don't like the Face of the Reaper shit that he taught, but I'm going to listen to it regardless because I know it's going to be lyrical. I know the cadence is going to be right, and I know it's going to be behind the concept. I'm going to still listen to it. But I just feel like this shit is too amazing. Like, I'm just hoping that the greatness of this album speaks louder than all the background noise. Like, I do have an opinion about J.Cole, but it's only because I love J.Cole. And I've supported J.Cole his whole career. I'm not one of these dudes that just heard about him apologizing and just decided to jump on it. I'm a nigga that's been listening since Young Simba. Yeah, I was introduced to J. Cole's music while I was in Fayetteville before I got that flame. You remember that his first single, Anything You Could Do. Yo, like a year and a half before that, I was listening to J. Cole. I was listening like 2 years before workout. I was listening to J. Cole in Fayetteville. They was like, yo, this dude J. Cole, nice, bro. You need to listen to him. And so I've been listening to J. Cole for a long time. Like, don't lose your balance. That all that shit. So it's like, I just hope, even though I do have a little bit of an opinion, right? I just hope the greatness of this album outweighs, because I need this album to set the tone. You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry. They can say what they want about J. Cole. Yeah, he did some sucker shit or whatever, but this album needs to set the tone for hip hop moving forward. Like, I need this album to get love.
I mean,
I need it to get Grammy. How?
I don't think it can, because nobody can rap like this, dog. Like, I don't think it can set a tone. Nobody can rap like this. I'm just
Yeah,
being
but
honest.
it would make, at least it could make niggas try though. Like, it could make people, like, what I'm saying is, I need this to hit so hard that people are attempting to do this. And if you can't do this, then you might not be a rapper. Like, I know Glorilla can't rap like this, but I need her to try because of this. You understand what I'm saying?
She did try, and then you said you can live your life in a garage your whole life and not be a mechanic. That's what you said when I told you she tried. That's what you said. So no.
Yeah, but okay, maybe Glorilla. You're right. Maybe Glorilla is a bad choice. But what I'm saying is, I need rappers to try. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just hoping that he inspires.
I need originality. Give me some concepts. Even if you can't spit like J. Cole, give me some good concepts. Besides making that money, shaking that ass, shooting his gun, and selling these drugs. Like, give me concepts. You see what I'm saying? Like, go back to where as though we had to be intelligent to be a good rapper. All the great rappers that we know of, that we came up watching, them niggas are intelligent people. Jay-Z is an intelligent person. Nas is an intelligent person. Pop was an intelligent nigga. He went to the school of the arts, dog. But I need this to make an impact to where as though, okay, like when T-Pain just dropped, he made such an impact. Everybody was T-Paining, even though they sound terrible doing it. I needed to have that type of impact. I needed to drop, and everybody wanting to be conceptual. Everybody wanting to think outside the box and try to like push the needle. Because this whole album, a lot of these concepts have never even been thought of, dog. And that's hard to say after 30, 40 years of rap. A lot of these concepts and these shits that he putting together, some of your greatest rappers probably wouldn't even think to do this shit, bro. So, like, I need this to make niggas try. I need this to make that type of impact. I need that T-Pain impact, that Lil Wayne impact of now everybody got dreads, gold teeth, and tattoos on their face and trying to sound weird in their rhymes. I needed to have that type of impact, bro. Like, drill rap is taking over. I need more. Even if it don't sound as good and as lyrical as J. Cole, I need it to at least be like trying to grab it, reach up and grab the standard, bro. Like, I need this, and and the sad part is, I don't think it won't, because of all the background noise, and that's really so. Like, bro, I like the album. I do think it's conceptually the best double album ever. And there's some bars in there that he shouldn't have said. And there's some things he shouldn't have done, like to make Big Pac apologize. But from a lyrical, conceptual album, bro, but Stan might be right. It might not be something in the next 20 years that's better than this. In the last 20. It might be right.
We can come back to that. Stan, I'm gonna come to you in a second, Stan. But Kurt, you keep saying that about he said bars he shouldn't have said. I hate to belabor this point, but what bars, bro? You got to come in.
No. Like I said, hold on.
The only bar that I can tell you that I feel like he should not have said was on 2-6 niggas wild, bitch. 2-6 niggas wild. I love that song, but that first part when he said got a lot of bodies. We caught a lot of bodies, so the closet that got skeletons. Don't believe me, call your favorite rapper for the evidence. I didn't like that bar. It's funny. I think he has a good sense of humor because he whispered the second part because he knows he shouldn't be saying. He shouldn't be
Well,
saying
like,
that because I hear
like
you, Cole. Don't say that. That's the only bar. That's it.
no, but what I said, like I said, like I gotta go back and rethink some stuff because y'all put something on my brain
Yeah.
about the 29 J.Cole, and then in safety. I mean, was it safety when he said not safety? Live to fight another day, and that like that might have just caught me out because when I heard him say that, I thought like, where was this energy?
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe
Listen
maybe
harder,
I
bro.
perceived some things wrong. Yeah, and I can admit that maybe I perceived some things wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, but if
Stan.
you want to ask me the one thing that I can say that he shouldn't have did, I think was the big and pop apology.
I think I agree.
That's probably it. Everything else is perceptional. I
I agree
guess
with that.
like I may have read into it wrong, and maybe I need to go back and listen to it. You know, but I
I
just
agree.
what I'm saying is I need this album to get the proper respect that it deserves from a creative standpoint.
I got you. Stan, I'm gonna come
You
back
know
to
what I'm
you.
saying?
Any other songs you wanted to highlight? Like, I still got more.
I mean, it's just so much, so trying to it's just so much from top to bottom of this album, just lonely at the top and I said that the common concept,
Yep.
I love her again. And
Love her again.
it's the let out. I mean, even old dog and the concept
Yeah.
behind that song. It's just it is top to bottom. I can't, like I said, I cannot think of any songs on there where I would say, man, that shit garbage. You should let down on the cutting room floor. You know,
Facts.
and it was from top to bottom, just conceptual albums, like I said, are hard to pull off in today's age because people aren't smart enough to deal with it. But as far as the standout records, I
Yeah.
think we kind of gone through it, man. Like,
I still got more.
Really make the right sentence.
I still
Really
got
make the
more,
right
yo.
sentence.
like
Life
Life
Sentence was dope too.
Sentence,
Yeah.
yeah, Life Sentence, The Villas,
The whole
that
world is
one.
the bill.
The
yeah,
Villas, he's rapping over the Mob Deep, the realest beat, and he
another
smoked that.
Bob Dylan.
Now I'm trying to think, what did he use on that song? Because I feel like that's another one of them ones where no, it wasn't the Villas, but the Villas he did do the me and you, yo, mama and yo. I just didn't see where it didn't fit. I didn't see where that fit into the song. It's still a dope song. I just didn't see where that fit in there.
Again, he's dropping
Yeah,
tributes to his favorite rappers throughout the whole album. I mean, you can see the Mob Deep influence on him with him
yeah,
rapping over two Mob Deep records.
yeah,
Outkast, you can see the Outkast influence. He's rapped over an Outkast track before. Like I said, he's
And you
paying
know what,
tribute to
Ray?
his favorite rappers throughout the
yeah,
album.
And you might listen to that song again, and that me and you, it might make perfect sense 4 months from now.
yeah,
You see
maybe.
what I'm saying? Like that's how this album is. You're not gonna get everything. Like I just said, like damn, I might have perceived all that shit wrong. You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna get. You can't take J. Cole's album for face value because it just might be something deeper. You can't take his bars. A lot of his bars, you just can't take them directly and digest them. You got to dissect them shits first. You know what I mean? So yeah, but
yeah.
life sentence is another one.
Which one?
Life sentence.
Yeah, Life
That's
Sentence was
another one.
dope. That he didn't he use the DMX thing on there? Or
DMX, yeah.
yeah. And I like that. I like how he used that. One that did not make sense to me was on Man Up Above. Like I love the bars. The bars are fantastic. The sample is fantastic, but the rocks that I got, nobody get shot. Like, come on, Cole. That's corny as hell, bro. Like, come on, man. What are we doing? Jennifer Lopez, like, come on, dog. That is cornball. I hated that. Rocks that
You
I
had to
got.
find something. Yo, Lee, Red, you found something. You found something, dog. You found something.
Niggas is nitpicking the album and just saying again. I can see that. That wasn't
That was
my favorite
corny,
part.
dog.
That was my favorite. So
I like
I ain't gonna.
the bars are crazy. I still like the verses. I love the beat, love the sample. I just hated that part. 39 intro. I gotta make sure I talk about 39 intro, bro. So when I first listened to the song, it was like it was taking too long to get to the point. It was like this is kind of dragging, and then the
Yeah,
beat
the
kicked
intro
in.
drags.
It's like, okay, here we go, 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 and then it goes slow again. I'm like, what are we doing? And then it comes back up again with the raps, and the raps were out of this world. It Stan's not gonna get this perspective, but it kind of reminds me of that Billie Eilish song, where it starts off like really slow, really mellow, and it's like, what are we doing? Like, where's this going? And then it kicks in. And now that I have the knowledge that it's going to kick in, I actually don't mind how long it took to kick in. If that
It's tough to
makes
get
sense.
in. Yeah.
That's what that's what like.
Yeah.
So now that I know it's there, I don't even mind the fact it takes so long to get there. So the same thing with this song. That dude say, woke up in ice cold sweats because flows I chose next. And they're both sets are like both sets of both flex. I hold breath and pose to those I profess. Cold to goat, fresh like juice that's cold pressed. No rest to those I oppose. I don't stress. Rap niggas got to be in vogue to pose threats.
What?
Nigga, what?
Oh my God.
Come on, man. Elite MC.
Apple Music I add the lyrics to the album, man. They haven't added the lyrics yet to it, man. They gotta add them joints ASAP.
Yeah, man. When that shit kicks in, man, it's like that honestly, that might be my favorite song. Even though I do think it has the flaw that takes too long to kick in. It's just now that I know it's gonna kick in. Crazy. Insane.
Yo.
Some of the best rapping I've heard. That shit remind me of like Lupe. His like whole pocket he was in remind me of like old school Lupe. The way he kind of was putting that whole flex, the cold flex and pole flex. That shit remind me of Lupe for sure.
Hey yo, I don't know if I have a favorite song. I'm being honest with you. I don't know. I know that Safety hit me the hardest because of that verse, but I can't say that.
Yeah, appreciate you telling that. I said, I appreciate you telling that
Yeah,
story.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, I can't say that there is one song above. Like all of this shit is like, it's like, bruh, like all of this shit is right there level with it. And I do need to, like I said, I do need to go back and see some things I may have perceived the wrong way or whatever. But from like you gotta think from Safety to like Life Sentence, right? Let's just say from Safety to Life Sentence. It's about 17 songs, bro. And all of them shits is on the same wavelength. Just between those two track lists, bro. Those two songs on the track list. Nothing, the song is called Falloff, but nothing falls off on the album. Man, you could say he had a corny ass hook, right? You could say maybe he should have made Big and Pac apologize, but like I'm saying is there is no fall off on the actual album, the Fall Off. Everything is everything, bro. It's like watching the MCU. All the movies dope as fuck. All these TV shows, all these tracks are dope as fuck, bro. I appreciate it. I needed this. For real, this the shit that make you believe in hip hop again.
1000% agree. So I feel like we've got to. It's so much music. It might be some songs that we didn't talk about. So I apologize if it's just a lot of music, man. Maybe we can double back and let's listen to it together, so we can like go through every song. Maybe we can double back and do that at some point. But I have to come back because one of the things that Stan said is that it's been 20 years since there's been an album to this level. Is that I want to misquote you, but is that what you said?
Yeah, I can't think of anything, man. I can't think of any record that has come out, any album that has come out since Good Kid, Mad City.
Okay, that's 2012. So we're changing the dates.
Yeah, so we'll
He said 10 to 15. He said 10 to 15 range, not 20.
Okay. Okay. Because we're splitting hairs and shit. But I mean, I'm saying.
Yeah, basically.
I just want to quote you accurately. That's all.
Yeah. No, it's fine. And then, but, Good Kid, Mad City was the last time while I listened to an album, I said, I believe in this music again. And I believe that it can be this good and conceptually be this good and provide the lyrics, bars, beats that everybody likes. And it's hard to do that nowadays.
Okay.
Lots of dudes can do concept albums and they just kind of go over people's heads because the beats aren't good. Again, the biggest, I would say the biggest flaw that Cole has had over the years, well, from some people, is that, oh, his beats are trash. His beats are trash. Can't say that on this album.
You can't say that on this one.
Because I just want to make sure that we do it here now. I'm not going to hold you to it because the album ain't been out that long, so I'm not going to hold you to it. But so you said since 2012. So Pimp a Butterfly, you have this better than that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So y'all did that very quickly. So y'all think this is like, you think this is like hitting is better than To Pimp a Butterfly?
Bro, listen, bro.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. That's interesting that y'all answered so quickly. I would thought there would have been a little bit of hesitation for To Pimp a Butterfly.
No. This isn't. Nope. Bro,
We're talking
bro.
the same album, right?
To Pimp a Butterfly was a great album.
Okay, I'm making sure make sure you talk about the right
album.
album.
I know the album you're talking about.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm not gonna answer the answer's the same.
Okay.
And again, I'm not dumping on the Pimp a Butterfly so the Kendrick bots don't come in his fucking chat. But yeah, it's better. It's better. And Pimp a Butterfly is an exceptional album with a great concept from start to finish. And Kendrick's back-to-back Pimp a Butterfly, the Good Kid, Mad City might be the best back-to-back album releases that we've had.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I just would have hesitated more, but I think I agree with y'all. But I probably would have hesitated more than y'all did.
I really think if J. Cole broke this album down and had two separate albums, it would be Good Kid, Mad City, and To Pimp a Butterfly. Like it would be just like that, coming back to back. Two great classic albums coming back to back. It would be like that. But he made one, Reggie.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, come on. This is one album. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, dog. It might be better than Good Kid, Mad City.
I'm not ready to go there yet. We're not ready to do that.
It might be, bro.
Nah, we're not. We're not going to do that today because this album's only been out for 2 weeks.
That's another episode. That's another episode. That's another episode.
Yeah,
but it might be. It might be, yo.
Just like the double album discussion. Just like the double album discussion is another topic. We start talking about best and worst double albums that we've had, and where this album's going to fall in the double album conversation. It's got a seat at the table with Life After Death. I think it's right
under Life After Death.
I don't need a bunch of time to know he smoked Jay-Z and Nas. This is head and shoulders better than Streets Disciple and Blueprint 2. I don't even need more time to know that. I know that off top. I know it's better than them shits. You know what I mean? We know that.
Hey, you ain't lying, bro. He killed both of them motherfuckers, dog.
Yeah. So we know that.
Yeah, he kind of went right past those two records. So then you're talking about a very rarefied air that this album is going to be in, I think.
Yeah.
Is there another double album that is like, what other double album could you consider besides Life After Death in this one?
All Eyes on Me, I think.
Okay. I was about to say All Eyes on Me, but
Wu-Tang Forever.
All Eyes on Me ain't this, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah. Conceptually, it's not.
No, I mean, I'm not mad at that at all. But going back, you said since 2012. So if y'all say To Pimp a Butterfly is better than, I'm gonna assume that Damn doesn't have a chance. Like this is definitely better than Damn, right? No doubt.
Yeah, it's definitely better than Damn.
I figured if it was better than that,
Butterfly is better than Damn.
For sure. So I figured that. Nas, King's Disease 3.
Yeah, it's better than that. Better than any King's Disease album.
Slightly better than it. King's Disease 3.
It's not slightly better. It's not slightly better either. It's better.
It's way better than King's Disease 3. Way better than Magic as well. Better than Magic 1 as well.
It's better than anything Nas has done. And that's not a disrespect to Nas. It's better than anything. This era that we're talking about.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You niggas don't have a heart attack. No, you know what I'm saying? It's better than anything Nas has done this century. Let's leave it there.
Chief.
Again, I can't. Again, it's hard for me to talk about it historically right now because it's been out for 2 weeks.
It's so yeah, I agree.
So it's very hard for me to talk about historically where it's going to fall. I can't talk about that for another 10 years about where it's going to historically be. I can say from where it is now, it's one of the best releases we've had in this century.
Yes.
From top to bottom, the concepts, the production, the lyrics. When you think about everything that's come out since 2000, since the turn of this century, it's probably going to be up there in the top 10 albums. I think when it's all said and done. It's going to be there.
But I mean, we could do it. Can you name since 2000? Can you name 10 better albums
since 2000?
Since 2000. He said the turn of the century, 2000.
Again, I don't know.
I don't know if you can name 10 better. 10 better, Reggie.
You said since 2000.
Since 2000s, can you name 10 better? 10. You might can't name 10, bro.
I mean, the blueprint's always going to be for me.
The blueprint going to be there.
Okay.
Common.
Come on, name it. Look.
Commons B got to be there.
B got to be there. Okay. Stillmatic.
So you put me on the spot. Kanye's Twisted Fantasy.
I think College Dropout was better than Twisted Fantasies.
I mean, but you know, College Dropout, Late Registration is a situation too.
What's his first one? His first one is College Dropout, right?
Yeah, first one. College Dropout.
To me, that's the best one.
I mean, yeah, but you can put
that's four.
But you can put all them shits in the conversation. College Dropout, Late Registration, and Twisted Fantasy. All of them could be in the conversation.
Yeah, that's another show, to be honest with you. But
yeah, it is.
That's really
since 2000. Now I think about it because we didn't even say food and liquor yet.
If we start talking about the 25 best albums,
it might.
That's another fucking show.
But it might. What I'm saying is, it's not far fetched to think that it's one of the top 10.
No, it's not far fetched. It's really not.
You gotta wait, but to me, I don't think you gotta wait that long. To me, I know a lot of people do these reviews on music. They listen to the album one time and then go on YouTube and do a review. I think you do got to like really dive into the music. But even no matter how much you dive into it, the one thing you cannot foresee is replay value because you don't know until you get 6 months from now, right? Until we get a year from now. I can't foresee that. You know what I'm saying? So to me, you can't say that until it's been at least a year. If it's a year,
it's hard to talk about.
You still love it, then I feel like
it's hard because the last album we just reviewed was
Eclipse, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was Light Years.
Oh, no, it's Light Years, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I haven't listened to that album since we did the review for it. So that's what I'm saying about replay value.
Yeah,
and that album was cool when it came out, and it was okay, but the replay value isn't there. And that's pretty hard for a Nas album not to have that, but it's going to be hard for me to talk about it historically because it's only been out for 2 weeks, barely 2 weeks. Like I said, idiots get online and do their reviews after listening to the album one time, have an opinion. You don't have an opinion of an album after listening to it one time. You just don't. You don't have one. You just reacted over listening to it for the first time. Man, that was the greatest thing I ever heard in my fucking life. That was the fucking great. Nigga, you listen to the album one time and you won't have an opinion about. No, that's not you. You're not absorbing anything. It's that again that air fried mentality of our culture. The air fried mentality of just fry it up and then put it out. Just put in the air fryer and cook it up and serve it. But no, this is an album you have to digest multiple times and listen to it in different ways. Earphone, listen to, play in the car. Play it while you're doing laundry and shit like that. Like you gotta have that perspective of it. You know what I'm saying? Before you can have a full opinion of it. You can't have one just off the one first listen to it because it's too much shit in it to you're gonna miss. You're missing too many gems he's put in there that you're gonna miss at the one listen. Because I know I did. There was shit in it I didn't even hear the third or fourth listen. So to talk about where the fall off is gonna be at 10 years, it's hard because I don't know how it's gonna age. I know from what it is now, it hits me in a way that rap albums haven't hit me in a long time. Mm-hmm. So, again, time will tell where it goes. Time will tell where it lands in the pantheon of rap records. That's only for time to tell. It ain't for me to say that right now. It's just a matter of time. But from my opinion now on it, it is one of the best rap albums we've heard in a long time.
In a long
Top to
time,
bottom.
bro.
In a
Top to
long
bottom.
time, it is one of the best releases from a rap artist. Again,
Okay.
y'all can talk about the Grammy stuff or whatever it's going to be when it comes to Grammys and how it should win everything. Of course, it should win everything, but will it? Who knows? Maybe if Kendrick don't put an album out this year, it may not. But
So let's go ahead and put a pin on this. We'll rate this album from scale of 1 to 10. Okay, at the Silver Lining, any album that we give a 7 or above gets our stamp of approval. I think this one's gonna be unanimous for stamp of approval, but you still got to go through it. I'm going to start with Stan. Scale of 1 to 10. Where do you have this album?
I could be petty. I don't know about giving it a 10 out of 10 just because that's to say it's a flawless album and it's not flawless.
Mm.
But I'm probably gonna go 9.8 just to be.
You a petty motherfucker. You can't round it off to the nearest 10, nigga.
I'm probably gonna say 9.8. No. You know what? It's a 10 out of 10.
There we go. Say it with your chest, Stan. This is your day.
Yeah,
bro.
yo. 10 out of 10. Like you mean it.
10 out of 10.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, we're not gonna that
right.
nitpicking nonsense. 10 out of 10.
Kurt.
I'm not gonna be petty, so I'm gonna give it a 9.9999999. It's like 9. This album is really an 11 for real, but I'm gonna give it a 10, bro. I appreciate J. Cole coming back and showing the heart of the lion. It took a lot for him to put this album together, knowing what the perception of him was. You know what I'm saying? And for him to give us this and the way he gave it to us, top to bottom, 10 out of 10, absolute classic, must hear for any hip hop fan.
All right. I'm going to give the album a 9 out of 10. And the reason why is that I don't give 10s on my first review. So a 9 is the highest score that I can give an album on my first review. I don't give an album a 10 until I double back and listen to it a year later. That's the same thing I did with Billie Eilish's album. I gave it a 9 when I initially reviewed it and was like, we'll see what I think in a year. And then I bumped it up to the 10. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't give albums 10 just because I can't call it, because I can love an album. Then a year from now, I'm not like listening to it like that. Maybe there turns out there is some songs I start skipping as I'm listening to the album six months from now. Like, I'm gonna skip this now. As of right now, I like every single song. I think this dude pretty much knocked it out the park. But I gotta wait. For me, I have to wait until I see what it is a year from now. So this could get bumped up when we come back and do this again. So I'm gonna go to 9.
Down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give like a final thought. If y'all want to do a final thought, you can. But I just want to give a final thought here. You know, I've always just wanted what was best for J. Cole. You know, remember that episode of Martin when his parent Gina's parents was over there and they didn't really approve of her dealing with Martin. Then they kind of realized the error of their ways, and then Gina's mom was like, "We always just wanted what's best for Gina." You remember that? That's kind of how I feel about it. I always wanted what's best for J. Cole, man. So the reason why I was so hard on him and why I went at him so much for this apology thing is because of how much of a fan I was. And I just knew that him doing this was going to wreck his reputation, bro. That's why I went so hard on him, man. That's why, because I am a fan.
Yep.
And when you had this conversation about the big three or whatever, you know, I felt like Kendrick was always the guy who was the most artsy of the three, who put together the best like albums of the three. Drake was the most versatile of the three. The best pure rapper of the three is J. Cole.
J. Cole. Yeah.
And with this album, he left no doubt. If there was any doubt about that, who was the best rapper, there's no doubt. He left no doubt about that at all. And so for me, I love this album. This album is really for hardcore fans who love lyrics, people who like to like dive into bars, dive into concepts. My favorite rap album ever is Nas Lost Tapes. That's my favorite album. Okay. Now that album doesn't have any like out of this world beats, but they're good beats. They're good beats that complement what he's doing lyrically. That's what we got here. J. Cole he did what he does best, and he did it at an elite level. So if the other members of the big three plan on dropping albums this year, which I heard is possible, I know Drake is going to come out with Iceman, and I've heard rumors that Kendrick might come out with something. So if the competition now, we're out of the battle, and the competition now is the music, J. Cole just went to the top of the mountain, put his flag at the top of the mountain, and then kicked the snow so an avalanche came down. Good luck climbing up there. So that's my final thoughts on the album. Exceptional album, just unbelievable. I was thoroughly impressed with this from start to finish. And I'll go to Kurt if you have any final thoughts.
First of all, I want to say thank you to J. Cole for not giving up. When all that controversy was going on, he could have just said fuck you niggas. For real, he really could have. Like, I don't need to make no more music. He didn't need to make any more music. This album is really just like he did it for GP for real. Like, he didn't have to. He had already had a great catalog. He had already solidified himself as a lyricist. I mean, we could talk about the apology and how it affected him. We get that. But as far as a lyricist and a rapper, he had already solidified himself. I just want to thank him for persevering through that and giving us his best work. You know how they say pressure could bust pipes, but it also turns a coal into diamond. Right? He had that pressure on him. He could either bust like a pipe, but he came out and dropped the album that should go diamond. I hope it do. Thank you. Continue the good work. You know, they say it's his last album. I hope it's not. You know what I mean? I feel like the fans standing out of Pittsburgh the year before they won the Super Bowl with Jerome Bettis screaming, one more year. I feel like that with J. Cole. If this is his last album, I'm standing in front of his studio saying, one more album. So thank you, J. Cole, for keeping it real and pushing for a great album, a must-have from anybody who loves hip-hop. And yeah, I got to go back and do some soul searching myself to see how I perceive certain things, because I don't want to get bunched into the Fat Joe category. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but thank you, bro, for pushing forward, man.
Stan, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, don't get bunched in with the idiot crowd like Fat Joe. But
yeah, I'm trying not to.
Yeah, he's an idiot. But it's there is no big three anymore. It's J. Cole and the rest of these niggas. Period.
Damn.
So if these niggas want to show wants to plant their flag, then they can do that. But there's no big three anymore. It's J. Cole and the rest of these niggas. So Kendrick, those last two albums you put out, man, was not good enough. So if you want to get back, you want to grab the flag again, then you're going to have to come up with something else. You got to come up with something else better than TV off. You got to come up with something better than squabble up. You got to do something better than that.
Mustard.
Yeah, that goofy stuff. You got to come up with something better than that. Drake, I don't know where Drake's head is right now. Up Nicki Minaj's ass. I don't know where his head is at this point, but he needs to figure out what his place in the culture is now. And Iceman doesn't sound like anything I'm interested in. So he's got to figure it out, man. That's all I can say is them niggas, they got to figure it out, because what your bro just did was exceptional. TVR was not going to do it for me at this point. You got to come with something better than that. You got to come with something better than Iceman. You got to do something else. If that's what these niggas are coming with, then I don't know. But there is no big three anymore. It's J. Cole and the rest of them. Wow. The album is sensational. He's the best rapper alive right now, and that's it.
All right. We'll leave it there. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Till next time.
You already know. Peace.
All right, man.